The only time I've ever hit someone like on the other side of a range was on accident. I didn't know he was there.
So we need to build you a range that like has like the ducks that go back and forth, and just see if you can just tag them.
Dude, the one guy was fishing on the back end of the range. It was a lake range called Islands in Anaheim.
Okay.
I think it's in Anaheim. It's in Orange County, heart of Orange County.
All right.
And the way that the sun had set and where the range was, you could see. So all the light was behind the range. So all you could see was just the silhouette of the rock berm on the back. It's a pretty good sized range, and it's range balls, so they're limited flight.
Should be.
Yeah, no, they buy them that way on purpose.
Well, with the way you hit, I'd say
I
should
think
be.
people just throw some in for shits and giggles.
No, it'd be hard to do it on this course because at this course they also have to be floaters because they have to collect them because
okay.
they're water balls.
Okay.
So I hit this ball, and I'm usually backed. You can usually see the splash. I'm back towards the back of the berm with my driver on this course, on this range anyway. And I hit one, and I'm looking for the splash. And then I hear, ow! Like, what the fuck was that?
Got him.
Bullseye.
I was with somebody,
I got it.
and he looks over at me and he goes, "Did you just hit somebody?"
You just
I'm
murdered-
like,
you
"No,
just
there's
murdered
no
someone."
one
Yep.
back there. What would they be doing on the back end of the driving range?" Sure enough, about 6 seconds later, this dude crests the top, like where you can see the silhouette. So he crests the berm, and now I can see him against the sky and the light in the back, and he's hunched over and holding his side. It's like, oh fuck, I did just hit somebody.
You know, if I went golfing with you at that place, I'd be doing the same thing. I'd fish like that guy did, and I'd probably get hit.
Yeah, I'm
So-
gonna go fishing right here. You keep hitting the balls, you're good.
Turns out it was a guy and his dad. The kid that I hit was like 16 or 17.
No, he deserved it.
And then I see the second silhouette pop up, and he's waving his hands and fucking screaming. It's like, oh shit.
So you hit another one.
So mind you, this range is like 100 slots wide, right?
Explain.
Like driving range slots.
Oh,
Okay,
so
like
it's
hitting-
huge from
Oh,
end
jeez.
to end.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And I'm dead center in this thing.
Okay.
So this guy has to march 50 yards just to the end of the berm, and then 400 yards down the parking lot to actually back behind us, comes down the range line, marches the range line. There's 70 people on the range, has no idea who hit this ball, and stands directly behind me and starts screaming at everyone. And I'm just cursing, dropping F-bombs on everybody. Somebody hit my fucking son. And I'm like, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. But this just keeps going. So we're like 7 or 8 minutes deep in this rant. And at this point, the people on the range are getting frustrated.
Yes.
And I can see that too. Finally, I look at him and I'm like, dude, I hit the ball. I'm sorry. Obviously, I wasn't aiming for anyone. And he's like, bullshit. You fucking hit my son on purpose. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fucking shut up. First of all, you can't even see that you're back there. And what the fuck are you doing fishing on a driving range anyway? Second, if I could aim for someone 340 yards away and hit them, I'd be on the damn tour. Third, I'm the one holding the fucking golf club. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. All 6'3", scary muscle, just angry. Oh.
Dude, he screamed, like he leaves. The whole walk down the range,
Was he just screaming?
he's screaming at me. He screams at me while he's going into the parking lot to his car. Gets in his car. I feel like that's the end of it, except the freeway on-ramp was right behind the range.
Oh.
He's screaming at me while pulling onto the freeway. Like,
That's
And you can hear him.
oh yeah,
that's
the whole
amazing.
range could hear him. Like,
amazing.
I'm like completely lost. What just happened? Like, I feel terrible for hitting somebody, but at this point, that is all superseded by this guy just being a complete fucking ass.
Now you're just wishing you hit him instead.
I mean, That's amazing.
I did get applause from a number of
Yeah.
people on the range
Yeah.
as he was walking away.
He's lucky he didn't walk back down the range because I bet people would have started hitting golf balls at him.
Oh, I'm sure. At that
Yeah.
point, if he'd gone back to
Yeah.
fishing,
Yeah.
the whole range would have been aiming for
And
him.
like, and everybody turned about
Everybody
45
switch
degrees.
your drivers.
Drivers and woods, boys. Drivers and woods. Get him.
We're hitting this.
And I mean, I don't think the kid was obviously in a little bit of pain, but by the time they left, he was standing upright. Like he pulled up his shirt. He had a little welt on there, but it wasn't.
I mean, it wasn't in the head.
No, it hit him square in the side.
Yeah.
Listen, we all know that he's not going to be playing dodgeball.
I did feel bad. This has got to be fucked. This is almost 20 years ago.
It's amazing.
I mean, that was big lane then, right? Stacked lane.
Oh yeah. This
Yeah,
is right
that
out of
was-
college.
yo, so you were
This
like-
was the job I took in Southern California right after undergrad.
Oh, so you were like,
You were
Oh yeah, I was
You were a
super
monster.
young. I could build all the muscle I wanted and worked
Oh.
out all the time.
that's hilarious.
I mean, this is still like 500-pound squat lane
Ooh.
and change.
And this guy wanted to start a fight with you.
And that
Well,
after
I'm
he
not
saw him with the
entirely
club.
sure he was expecting for me to be the one that piped up, because the guy next to me, not the guy that I came with, the guy on the other side, who I got to know pretty well after that, had 3 or 4 inches on me, was substantially taller in stature, and probably had 30 pounds on me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, like, I don't think he expected me to be the one that was like, dude,
I did it.
I did, because don't now and didn't then have a golfer's build.
He just,
You don't look at me and think golfer, except for the fact that I was wearing polos.
he was ready for some like curmudgeon dude. And he was like, oh, well, fuck you too then.
Hey,
And
you fucking
I'm-
scary.
Yeah, I'm slowly walking to my car, but not because I'm intimidated by you, but because I'm mad. And if I stay here, I'm gonna do something to you. Ooh, I'm mad. And he's like, don't any of you let that guy get close to me.
Like there was a solid 90 seconds of apologies before I finally gave in and was like, listen, motherfucker.